So this recording is simply to sort of show you how you actually get started downloading the video files and sort of maneuvering your way through the lecture materials. If you go to course documents, what you'll see is a folder that has week one's stuff in it. And when you first look at it, the week one practice tests, you'll always see those are for you to study the materials before the test on the weekend, at the end of the week. And this one, every time you execute the test, it gives you 5 new problems that are pretty much like the ones that you'll see on the actual test. But to actually go through the material, they're all pretty much related. First, you read a section in the book. This is basically pages 1 to 6. And then once you read that section, then if you click on Mark Reviewed here, then when you do that, it opens up basically the questions that are related to that reading. And so the idea is that it leads you through step by step through everything. So here are the questions. And these are related to approximately what's in there. So it talks about Aristotle and so on. And so you click on responses that you think are reasonable. And then at the end, there's basically 3 of these guys. And then just click on Save and Submit. That actually submits the this sort of little quiz. And then what you'll find is, hopefully when it comes back, not sure why it's taking so long, and you press OK, then it tells you basically what answers you got right, what you got wrong, and you could in principle go back and correct those answers, and I sort of expect you to. Okay. Once you've done that quiz, then it opens up something where you have a handout. And probably what I would do is I'd actually print this out so you can take notes. You can open that PDF file in a new window, for example, and it has everything that I talk about in this part of the lecture. And so you can print it out from there. And again, to see the next segment, then you hit Mark Reviewed. And here's the important part, is that after that handout, then you can actually see the actual lectures. Okay. The videos are in a couple different formats. One is a QuickTime video that you can actually download. There's a QuickTime audio file that you can download that you can play in iTunes. Also the video you can play in iTunes or with a QuickTime player. And then there's a streaming video that connects to a website. This should actually work. This one requires the most amount of bandwidth, and so I would probably start with the streaming video. If that one starts, then your recourse would basically be to download the file directly. And then I'll also have a podcast that I will put up that will have MP3 files for audio files. But the video, I think, is better because it has more information on it. So in order to get to it, you save, download the linked file, and I think on a Windows machine it says Save Target As when you right-click. In this case, on a Mac, it's Control left-click. On a Windows machine, it's right-click, and it opens up something similar. So download linked file as, and you can put it into a special subdirectory if you want. And you can usually on a Windows machine it renames it, but so this is the lecture. And once you get into it, then in fact, it should have been saved there. I'm not sure why it wasn't. Kind of funny. All right. And this is always the problem. Let's try it again. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's why it was downloading as we spoke. So it actually is there now. Okay, should be anyway. It's a fairly big file. This is 46 megabytes. So when you once it's downloaded, then you can play it, and it will appear in iTunes. And so you can actually fast forward it.
And so let's go ahead and get started. Main in motion with is that objects move because there's a force on.
And so basically you can listen through the entire lecture as it gets towards the end. And when you do that, then when you get back to here, and actually Blackboard 9, one of the things that you should realize is that the maneuvering is a bit different. If you notice up here, it has basically the how far down you are in the tree. It doesn't have an OK like the Blackboard 8 did. And so in order to go backwards, you have to click up here. You could go all the way back to course documents if you wanted to. Then you get back. Once you mark this one as reviewed, once you've seen the video, then at the end of the lecture, it basically has a series of practice problems. And so you can answer these problems and oops. It's back behind it. Yeah, here. And once you save and submit this, you can again see the right and wrong answers. Once you get through here, it'll show you the right and wrong answers. And actually it goes back to the original page. And so once you press OK down at the bottom here, it'll open up the next iteration. So now it'll show the next handout. And so in the next lecture, which is there, it actually goes through those practice problems and explains what is actually in those practice problems, how to answer them and how to think about it. So anyway, this is how it goes. It has 2 hours and 4 minutes of video that are segmented into basically in 9 segments, and there are a number of questions related to the reading, and then also sort of practice questions that help to prepare you for the 20-question tests at the end of the week. And so it takes some time. My guess is it would probably take you about 3 hours to get through all of this properly, to do the reading and to look through the lectures. So anyway, it's if you have any problems, post to the discussion board or send me an email directly. So I'll talk to you soon.